Hello, class 6 and 7. So, we had been studying motion and measurement. Okay, so now before we start today's class, let's do a quick revision of previous topic. So, last time we studied about pendulum, oscillatory motion, amplitude, time period. Okay, so first topic, as you can see on the screen, first topic is simple pendulum. What is simple pendulum? A simple pendulum consists of a metallic ball suspended from a rigid stand by a thread, and the metallic ball is called ball. Okay, so simple pendulum do oscillatory motion. Next is time period and amplitude. So what is time period? The time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period. The time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period, and time period is denoted by capital T. Capital T. And what is the SI unit of time period? The SI unit of time period is second, and the SI unit of time is also second. Next is amplitude. What is amplitude? The maximum displacement of pendulum from its mean position. The maximum displacement of pendulum from its mean position is called amplitude. Topic number 3, measurement. So what is measurement? The process of measuring size or quantity of something. Yes, the process of measuring size or quantity of something is called measurement. Next, unit. So what is unit? What is unit? Will tell me. Yes, the comparison between known and unknown quantity is called unit. The comparison between known or unknown quantity is called unit. Another definition is a fixed quantity that is used as a standard of measurement is called unit. A fixed quantity that is used as a standard of measurement is called unit. And you know that in ancient time people used different kind of unit for measurement, like for span, hand span, cubit, fathom, gilli danda, and angul. These are ancient time unit, because the body part of person varies, so it was not the actual way of measurement. That's why we needed some correct unit. Nowadays we use SI unit. For example, the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin, the SI unit of luminous intensity is candela, the SI unit of electric current is ampere, the SI unit of mass is kilogram. So we use right now SI unit. Okay, and to measure the time, SI unit is second. People use sand clock, water clock, sundial in ancient time, and nowadays we use digital clock, smart watch. Okay, so it was the quick revision of previous topic. Now we will start today's lesson. So without wasting time, let's move on the next. So kids, today's our first topic is speed. So what is speed? Speed is defined as the total distance covered in total time. Speed is the distance per unit. What is speed? Speed is defined as the total distance covered in total time. You know, when you ride your bicycle, or when your father ride bike, we generally use the word speed, that today my speed was so high, that today I was driving my car with 100 kilometer per hour speed. Today the speed of my bike was 90 kilometer per hour. So speed tell us how fast or slow how fast or slow an object is. So if you know the distance and time, you can easily calculate speed. So speed is defined as the total distance covered in total time. So you can see on the screen the formula of speed, how to calculate speed. Distance upon time. Yes, this is the formula of speed. Speed is equal to distance upon time. If you know the value of speed and time, then you can easily calculate the value of distance. So distance is equal to speed multiplied by time, speed into time. But if you know the value of distance and speed, then you can easily calculate the value of time. So the time is equal to distance upon speed. So I have written three formula. First is speed. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Second is distance. Distance is equal to speed into time. Third is time. Time is equal to distance upon speed. Now look the shape of triangle. If you will memorize the shape of triangle, you can easily remember all these three formula. Triangle shape. In triangle I have divided in three parts. Triangle I have divided in three parts. In first part I have written D, second part S, third part D. So if you want to know speed S, then you will have to divide D upon T. D upon T. If you want to know the value of D for distance, then you have to multiply S into T. S into T. Look the structure of triangle, everybody look the triangle. If you want to know the value of D, you have to multiply S into T, speed into time. If you want to know the value of time, then you will have to divide D upon S. D upon S. So you can memorize all these three formula just with the help of triangle. So you just remember STD, TDS, STD, ISD call, you know. So you can remember it. Okay. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, now let's discuss something more about speed. Okay. So what is the SI unit of speed? What is the unit of speed? The unit of speed is meter per second. The unit of speed is meter per second. I know that in generally daily life we use kilometer per hour. We used to say that today I was riding bike with the speed of 90 kilometer per hour, 80 kilometer per hour, 50 kilometer per hour. But the actual SI unit, standard unit, is meter per second. The formula of speed is equal to distance upon time. Remember, speed is denoted by S, distance is denoted by small d. Distance is always denoted by small d. Time is denoted by small t. Time is denoted by small t. So what is distance? What is distance? The length between 2 points. What is distance? The length between 2 points is known as distance. What is the SI unit of distance? The SI unit of distance is meter and the SI unit of time is second. So this is SI unit of distance meter, SI unit of time second. So speed is equal to distance upon time. So the formula of speed, distance upon time, so the SI unit of time is meter upon second, means distance upon time. Distance means meter, time means second. So you can see the equation. S is equal to D upon T. S for speed, D for time, distance, and T for time. Other unit of time is kilometers per hour. When we talk about the speed of train, like bullet train or any kind of train, then we say the train was moving with the speed 30 kilometer per hour. But nowadays bullet train, the speed of bullet train is so fast, it moves with the speed of 200, 300, 400 kilometer per hour. Okay, so it was all about speed. Once again, what is speed? Speed is defined as the total distance covered in total time. Speed is defined as the total distance covered in total time. The formula of speed is distance upon time. Remember the triangle so you can easily memorize all these. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Now next we have two topics you can see on the screen: speedometer and odometer. Speedometer and odometer. What is the spelling of speedometer? S-P-E-E-D-O-M-E-T-E-R. S-P-E-E-D-O-M-E-T-E-R. Speedometer. Speedometer. Odometer. O-D-O-M-E-T-E-R. Odometer. Look the picture. Have you ever seen these 2 meter? Where did you see? Yes, you must have seen these two kind of meter in car, bike. Am I right? These 2 meter are actually speedometer and odometer. Now the question is, which one is speedometer and which one is odometer? Can you guess and tell me which is speedometer and which one is odometer? The meter in which written 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160 and followed by last is 260. That meter is speedometer. Which meter? In which 0, 20, 40, 60 is written and one yellow color marker, a pointer is shown, that is showing the speed. That meter is speedometer. And odometer, in which blue color numbers are written, 37.856889 kilometer, that is odometer. Can you see the picture of odometer? Odometer is in left side, speedometer is in right side. So what is speedometer? Speedometer is a device, it is used in car and bike, record the speed directly in kilometer per hour. Yes, speedometer is a device which is used in car and bike. Speedometer records the speed directly in kilometer per hour. So what is the work of speedometer? What is the function of speedometer? Speedometer record the speed. Yes, speedometer record the speed directly in kilometer per hour. Yes, it records the speed in kilometer per hour. Okay. Next is odometer. What is odometer? It measures the distance moved by vehicle in digit. Yes, odometer measures the distance moved by any vehicle in digit. Yes, you might have seen a digital meter in car, bike, in which numbers are written that today your car, your bike moved 100 kilometer, 20 kilometer, 30 kilometer. That meter is actually odometer. So speedometer measure the distance directly in kilometer per hour. It records the distance directly in kilometer. Odometer measures the distance moved by vehicle in digit. Okay, so I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. So my friends, last time we studied different kind of motion like periodic motion, circulatory motion, oscillatory motion. Now today we will study two different kind of motion. First is uniform motion, second is non-uniform motion. two type of motion we will study on the basis of speed. On the basis of speed, on the basis of constant or not constant speed, we can divide the motion into two type. First is uniform motion, second is non-uniform motion. Okay, so let's see. First topic is uniform motion. What is uniform motion? Motion of an object along the straight line with constant speed. Motion of an object along the straight line with constant speed is known as uniform motion. Yes, suppose a car is moving straight without changing its speed, means constant speed. Constant speed means no change in speed. So suppose if a car or bike is moving with constant speed, it means the motion of that car is uniform motion. It means the car is traveling equal distance in equal interval of time. In equal time interval, the car is traveling equal distance. So what is motion? Motion of an object along the straight line with a constant speed is known as uniform motion. Another definition, the equal distance traveled by an object in equal interval of time. The equal distance traveled by an object in equal interval of time is known as uniform motion. Next is the non-uniform motion. Motion of an object along the straight line with changing speed. Yes, motion of an object along the straight line with changing speed. Suppose your car is going straight on highway, but sometime speed is decreasing, sometime speed is increasing. So what is happening? The car will travel unequal distance. Okay, so we can also say that the unequal distance traveled in equal interval of time. The unequal distance traveled in equal interval of time is known as uniform motion. Or remember, distance and time. Distance and time. Either distance can be unequal or time can be unequal. Either distance can be unequal or time can be unequal, or both can be unequal. In non-uniform motion, distance can be unequal, either distance can be unequal or time can be unequal, or both as well as both can be unequal. So there are three definition of non-uniform. First definition is on the screen: motion of an object along the straight line with changing speed. The remaining three definition. Definition number one: the unequal distance. The unequal distance traveled in unequal time is known as non-uniform motion. Second definition: the unequal distance traveled in equal interval of time is known as non-uniform motion. Third definition: the equal distance traveled in unequal interval of time is known as non-uniform. So what is uniform motion? Motion of an object along the straight line with constant speed is known as uniform motion. Second definition: the equal distance traveled in equal interval of time is known as uniform motion. Non-uniform motion: motion of an object along the straight line with changing speed is known as non-uniform motion. I hope you understood. Now let me explain you. Let's move on the next point. Okay, we will understand uniform motion and non-uniform motion further with the help of graph. But before we start, let's understand the graph. Let's understand the graph for motion. You might have drawn the graph in maths. Did you? So in graph there are two axes, x-axis and y-axis. X-axis lie horizontal, y-axis lie vertical. So if we talk about the graph for motion in terms of time and distance, we will show time on x-axis and distance on y-axis. Remember kids, graph for motion. To make the graph for motion, we will show time on x-axis and distance on y-axis. can you see the point where x-axis and y-axis meet? That point is known as origin. ORIGION. So we will write time on x-axis. Maybe time may be in second, time may be in minute, time may be in hour, and distance may be in meter, distance may be in kilometer. Okay, so we will show, then we will draw the graph. So graph can be in the graph, the line will be in any shape. It may be in zigzag. So I hope you understood. And if required, we will take measurement on x-axis and y-axis. Okay. Now let's move on the next point. Now we will understand graph for uniform motion and non-uniform motion. We will study three type of graph. First graph, when the object is at rest, means when the car, bike is not moving, they are at rest. Then we will study the graph for uniform motion, means when an object is traveling equal distance in equal interval of time. Then we will study at last non-uniform motion graph. Okay, so at first let's begin the graph for an object which is at rest. Suppose your car is at home, it means it is not moving, nobody is driving, your father is not driving the car, it means the car is at rest. So in that condition, the time will be 0 and distance will be 0, because the car is not traveling. The car is not traveling, it means at the same position, means time is 0 and distance is 0. 0 minute, 0 kilometer, 0 hour, 0 kilometer, 0 second. In that condition, what kind of graph will be? You can see on the screen, the graph will be a straight line. Yes, the graph will be a straight line, horizontal line. The graph will be a horizontal line. So when an object is at rest, then the graph will be a straight line graph parallel to timeline. Yes, the line will be parallel to timeline. This is the graph for object at rest. But if the car start moving, if your father start the car, suppose your father start the engine, your father started engine, is the car moving after starting engine? No, my friend, because the car is still at the same position. But if your father accelerate the car, then the car will go outside of your house, then the graph will change. Just starting the engine means car is not moving, car is still at the rest. So the graph for that condition will be a parallel line graph. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Now let's understand the graph for uniform motion. Uniform motion means when an object is moving with constant speed. What is uniform motion? The equal distance traveled in equal interval of time. The equal distance traveled in equal interval of time is known as uniform motion. Means if the car is moving, if an object is moving with constant speed, it is uniform motion. Suppose your family is going on vacation to Shimla in a car. So Your father is driving car. Your father is driving car. I have written the motion of car, distance of car in meter, and the time taken by car in minute. Okay, you can see on the screen. Suppose the car is at home, means the car is at rest. Your father just started the engine only, the car is not moving. That time the distance will be 0 and time will be 0. You can see on the screen 0 minute. In 0 minute car traveled 0 meter distance. Now your family sit in the car, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, and car started moving. And your father drive the car for 1 minute, and after 1 minute the car traveled the distance 10 meter. Okay, then 1 minute, then after 1 minute, means your father again drive for 1 minute, total 2 minute your father drive. Till then the car covered the distance of 20 meter. Then followed by 3 minute, 1 more minute, and the car travel again the same distance 10 meter, means 20 plus 10, 30 meter. Then again 4 minute, 1 more minute your father drive the car, and your car traveled again 10 meter, means 30 plus 10, 40 meter, and you reach to Shimla. Okay, so as you can see, time interval 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you will see, the time interval is only 1. 4 minus 3, 4 minute minus 3 minute, only 1 minute. 3 minus 2 minute, only 1 minute. 2 minute minus 1 minute, only 1 minute. 1 minute minus 0 minute, 1. The time is same. The interval of time is 1 minute. And now look the distance. 40 meter minus 30 meter, 10 meter. 30 meter minus 20 meter, 10 meter. 20 meter minus 10 meter, 1 meter. 10 meter minus 0 meter, 10 meter. So the equal of distance is also 10 meter. As I said, what is uniform motion? The equal distance traveled by an object in equal interval of time is known as uniform motion. So what is happening? Uniform motion, it is the car is going straight without changing speed, with constant speed. So you can see the graph for it. The graph will be straight line graph. You write the time in minute on x-axis, write the distance on y-axis. Time is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Distance 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Then if you will draw the graph, try to draw in your notebook please. If you will draw the graph, you will see that the graph will be only a straight line graph, means the line will go straight without changing its position. So the graph for uniform motion will be always straight line graph. Okay, remember the graph for uniform motion will be a straight line graph. I hope you understood. Now let's talk about non-uniform motion graph. We will understand what is non-uniform motion graph. Okay, let's move on the next point. Now let's talk about non-uniform motion. Suppose that your father is driving the car and you are going to Manali. Yes, Manali is so beautiful place. You are going to Manali with your father. Your father is driving car. Okay. Right now, suppose that the car is at home. You all are ready. You all sit in the car. Now your father start the engine. Just started the engine. The car is not moving. It means the distance traveled by car is 0 and the time is still 0. Okay, you can see on the screen I have written the time in minute and the distance traveled by car is in meter. Okay, I have not written here in kilometer, I have written here in meter. So your father started the car engine and still at the same position. Now suppose your father started driving the car and your father drive the car for 2 minutes and the distance traveled by car is 50 meter. It means the car traveled 50 meter distance within 2 minutes. Then in next minute your father increase the speed of car, accelerate the car, and the distance within 1 minute goes to 100 meter. It means in last 2 minutes the car traveled 50 meter, but your father increased the speed of car, in within 1 minute the again traveled to 50 meter. Now for 2 minutes again your father drive the car with the same speed and the car traveled again 50 meter, means 100 plus 50, 150 meter. Okay, now continue for 7 minutes your father drive and increase the speed and the distance of car reached to 225 meter and you reach to Manali. Yes, suppose that between, means when your father was driving the car you all got hungry, so your father stopped the car and you ate the food in hotel, then again started driving. So in that period the car is not moving. In that period the car is not moving. Okay, now let's make a graph for non-uniform motion. I have written the time in minute, 0 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 12 minute, and distance you can see in 0 meter, 50 meter, 100 meter, 150 meter, then 225 meter. So if you will draw the graph, at first when the time is 0, that time distance is 0, we will start from origin point, then the car traveled 50 meter in 2 minutes, then for it we will draw a straight line, then the speed has increased, so the line will little bit tilt, then you all went to hotel to eat food, it means your car has stopped, car is not moving. For in that condition the line will be straight line from B to C. Look in the graph, B to C is straight line graph, means which is showing that car is not moving. Then again started driving and in next 7 minutes you reach to 225 meter. So as you can see the line is not straight, the line is not straight. When the line is not straight, the graph is non-uniform graph, because we have already studied that the graph for uniform motion will be always straight line graph, but the graph for non-uniform motion will not be straight line graph. Okay, draw the graph in your notebook and try to understand. So I hope you understood non-uniform motion. What is non-uniform motion? If the speed is not constant, that time the graph will be non-uniform motion graph. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Now let's write the conclusion for all three type of graph. As you know that first graph was when the object was at rest, second graph when the object was moving with constant speed, third graph for non-uniform motion means when the object was not moving with constant speed. So graph number 1. Look, the screen, point number 1 I am reading. If the object is at rest, a graph will be a straight line graph parallel to timeline. Yes. If the car is not moving, it means the car is at the same position at rest condition. In that condition, graph will be straight line graph and the line will be parallel to timeline. Yes. Try to recall the graph of straight line graph parallel to timeline. Did you remember when your father started the car engine only? In that condition, the graph will be only straight line graph parallel to timeline because the car is not moving. It means the time is 0, distance is also 0. Okay. Point number 2. Graph will be a straight line graph for equal distance and time interval. Yes. If the speed is constant, means if the car is traveling equal distance in equal interval of time, in that condition, the graph will be straight line but not parallel to timeline. Not parallel to timeline. The graph will be a straight line for uniform motion. So always remember please, if the distance is equal and time is equal, then the graph will be straight line graph. Okay, I hope you understood the graph for non-uniform motion. Okay, the graph for non-uniform motion. If the speed is not constant, graph will not be a straight line graph. Remember, if the speed is not constant, then graph will not be a straight line graph. Suppose your father is driving the car and the car traveled unequal distance in unequal time interval, or equal distance in unequal time interval, or unequal distance in equal time interval, then the graph will never be straight line. It will always be like zigzag graph or any kind of graph, but it will never be straight line. So if the speed is changing, if the speed is not constant, the graph will never be straight line graph. Okay, so these are 3 graphs. Point number 1, if the object is at rest, graph will be straight line graph parallel to timeline. Point number 2, graph will be a straight line graph for equal distance and time interval. Point number 3, for non-uniform motion, if the speed is not constant, graph will not be a straight line graph. I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, now let's see few units. You will write all these in your notebook and try to memorize. Let's talk about the unit for length. 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter, 10 mm. 1 meter is equal to 1000 mm. 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. And you know that distance is measured in meter, centimeter, kilometer. So remember, 1 kilometer is always equal to 1000 meter. 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter, 10 mm. Okay. 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. 1 gram. 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligram. 1000 milligram. 1 gram is always equal to 1000 milligram and 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. Okay. Now let's talk about the unit of capacity. Capacity is measured in liter. So 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. 1 kiloliter. 1 kiloliter is equal to 1,000,000 millimeter. Yes. Okay. I have also written some customary unit of length. Please memorize all these unit, because these unit we use in daily life. Okay. 1 foot. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. In short, you can write inches IN, foot you can write FT. Okay. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. 1 yard. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Okay. And 1 yard is equal to, if I talk in inch, 1 yard is equal to 36 inches. 1 yard is equal to 36 inches. 1 mile. 1 mile is equal to 1760 yard. 1 mile is equal to 16760 yard. In terms of feet, 1 mile is equal to 5280 feet. 5280 feet. Please try to memorize. 1 feet is equal to 12 inch. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. 1 yard is equal to 36 inch. 1 mile is equal to 5280 feet. Okay. Please memorize it. Okay. Now let's move on the last. So today we have finished the chapter motion and measurement for 6th and 7th class. Now it's time to revise today's topic with some question answer. Question number 1. Define speed, its formula and SI unit. So what is speed? Speed is defined as the total distance covered in total time. Speed is defined as the total distance covered in total time. So formula of speed is, what is the formula of speed? Speed is equal to distance upon time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. And what is the SI unit of speed? Meter per second. Meter per second. So because the unit of distance is meter, so the unit of time is second. That's why the unit of speed is meter per second. Question number 2. Define uniform motion and non-uniform motion. What is uniform motion? The distance traveled by an object with constant speed. So what is uniform motion? The motion of an object. If a car is moving in a straight line with constant speed, we can say it is uniform motion. Okay. The motion of an object in a straight line with constant speed is known as uniform motion. The motion of an object in a straight line with constant speed is known as uniform motion. The motion of an object in a straight line with constant speed is known as uniform motion. Another definition is the equal distance traveled by an object in equal interval of time is known as uniform motion. Next is non-uniform motion. What is non-uniform motion? The motion of an object in a straight line with changing speed. Yes, if the speed is changing, if the speed is not constant, then we can say it is non-uniform motion. And the graph for uniform motion will be always straight line, and graph for non-uniform motion will never be straight line. What is speedometer? What is speedometer? Speedometer is a device used in car, bike, which record the speed directly in kilometer per hour. Yes, speedometer is a device which record the speed directly in kilometer per hour. And what is odometer? Odometer shows the distance moved by a vehicle in digit. It shows the distance moved by a vehicle in digit. Now you can see question number 4. I have written 1 foot. How many inches are there in 1 foot? There are 12 inches in 1 foot. Next is 1 kiloliter. 1 kiloliter is equal to 1000 liter. 1 liter, how many milliliter are there in 1 liter? 1000 milliliter are there in 1 liter. Okay. And 1 yard, how many feet are there in 1 yard? 3 feet are there in 1 yard. Yes. And how many inches are there in 1 yard? 36 inches are there in 1 yard. So please revise all these topic. I hope you have understood. Now it's time to finish. We will meet with a new topic in next lecture. Till then, goodbye.